Hi everyone. As we all know that election is on the cards, I thought of preparing this video based on my experience as a presiding officer for around 10 plus elections. Election Commission will be issuing a book for the polling officials to make notes of the important points of election procedures and all. But with the short span of time, the book consists of plus 200 pages. It will be difficult for all the polling officials to make a synopsis like this. Hence, I thought of making this video. So, without much time delay, let's dive into the video. We have divided these classes into three different sections. One is on the day previous to the poll, other one is on the day of the poll, and the third one is at the end of the poll. So let's start with on the day previous to the poll. The first and foremost important thing that you have to keep in mind is to find out the polling station. Secondly, collect the appointment letter to the polling station and ID cards. Collect contact details of your team members. Once the team is ready, you got to collect the polling materials. There, you got to make sure that the controlling unit and ballot unit issued to you is pertaining to your own polling station. Then, check that ballot paper is fixed properly on ballot screen. And slide switch of ballot unit is in appropriate position. These are the position like W, R, B, 1, 2, 3. So make sure that it is in the appropriate position. Then check that the candidate set section of ballot unit is sealed and address tag is firmly fixed. You got to make sure that ballot unit is sealed properly. The ballot unit is duly sealed and address tags are attached. Also make sure that the ballot unit is sealed and address tags are attached. Then comes all items of polling materials mentioned have been sufficiently supplied. Make sure that you get all the materials which have been mentioned there and you get it in sufficient quantity. Check the copy of list of contesting candidates, names and their symbols should tally with that pasted on ballot unit. Then comes the one of the very important document, that is electoral roll. In that, you got to ensure the following things. See that the copies of supplements are given. There will be 2 or 3 copies will be given. And see that the copies are same as the original one or marked copy. Also check that all deletions and corrections in electoral roll are same in the copies. All these copies as well as the electoral roll, the marked copy, everything should be the same. Page numbers in the working copies are given in serial wise. Then check that no correction by hand is done. Printed serial numbers are not corrected and no new numbers are substituted. So make sure that these criteria been fulfilled once the marked copy is handed over to you. Some other checklists are: check that the file of indelible ink supplied to you is in sufficient quantity. Then the cap is perfectly sealed. If not, seal it properly with wax and candle. Check for arrow cross rubber stamp and brass seal. You will require this at the time of sealing, and arrow cross rubber mark seal will be required for the tendered ballot as well. And check for 2 self-ink pads. One will be in blue and other one will be in red. Blue for affixing seal at the other end of tendered ballot paper and for thumb impression of voters in the tendered voters list. And the red one is for arrow cross rubber stamp to stamp in the tendered ballot paper. Cross check that the supplied forms, you will be given different forms, so cross check it with the checklist given that you have been supplied with all the forms necessary. And get in contact with the section officer as well as route officer. So this comes the preliminary section of previous day of the poll. Then comes arrangement of the polling station and appointment of polling agents and other things which you are supposed to do on the previous day itself. Those things we'll be discussing in the coming videos, and also what to be done on the day of poll as well as at the end of the day. These things we'll also be discussing in the consecutive videos. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. I suppose that this information has been helpful to you, and see you at the other end.